Jerry, I get it, okay? Designing a game is harder than you think. It's hard when you're under stress. Do you remember how well Cat of Duty sold? Yes, okay, I know it sold 4.2 million in Japan, but it's not the demographic we're after this time, man. Jerry, now hold on. I think I found that next big thing you're looking for. Fighting games. There were a ton of these back in the 90s, many of which are still popular to this day. I mean, you had your classics like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Clay Fighter, Shaq Fu. Like, with Shaquille O'Neal? You know, I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that one, brushing under the rug real quick. Of course, with every popular trend comes the knockoffs from the dark underbelly of the earth, and fighting games were no exception. At the pinnacle of this, we have Ballz 3D, or is it 3D Ballz, released for the Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and the 3DO. Yeah, that's how you know you're getting desperate. It's apparently made by Accolade, aka the same company that made Bubsy 3D. Yikes. Somehow they're still around today releasing Bubsy games. And you know what? I think that's just proof it's never too late to follow your dreams. Unless you're Shaquille O'Neal, then you should probably just stop doing whatever you're doing there, man. You're getting a little bit too ballsy, if you know what I'm saying. Considering one of the selling points in the back of this box is weird sound effects, I think we're in for an interesting experience, to say the least. Now I think my copy of Ballz here might be illegally acquired, if you know what I'm saying. Still got the Blockbuster rental sticker right there. Well, that's some history for you, back when they used to give them prisoner codes. Mine's 570. Now I've had this game my whole life, and I never touched it once until I sat down to do this video. Just been sitting around collecting dust. And now I know why. It's a pile of crap. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if I had to play this game, then you're gonna have to sit through it as well. Buckle up. We're going balls deep into this game. Jesus Christ! Am I playing a Super Nintendo game or am I watching an adult film? Who thought this vocal sample was a good idea? Something tells me we're in for a hell of a ride here. Yeah, balls. You're gonna need a lot of balls to play this game. 5 seconds in, this already feels like I'm in some sort of fever dream. I mean, you know your game's gonna be pretty zany when you have an options menu for hyper mode. Okay, you know what? Enough stalling. Let's look at the character roster. Hey, Ronald, you might wanna refrain from doing that, buddy. I don't think the lawsuit's gonna be worth it. Those poor kids. Been through so much. What's with these characters? I get they're going for the ball theme. Actually, no I don't. That's a stupid idea for a game. Why does anyone care about balls? I can't tell what any of these are supposed to be. Pepsi Man? Funky Kong? Whatever. I'm just gonna pick the clown. At least I know what that's supposed to be. Oh, Boomer, you say? Yeah, that sounds par for the course so far. You're a couple weeks late there, buddy. Oh yeah, and don't expect the weird moaning sounds to stop anytime soon. If anything, things are just gonna get worse from here. All the game's music is composed of these weird sound effects, all of which come straight from the actual gameplay. If you are expecting a jamming soundtrack, I suggest you just turn around and leave right now. So basically the point of this game is that we have to go through this tournament of sorts to fight our way up to this being known as the Jester. Why? Well, the game wants you to play to find out, but you aren't getting any answers anyway, so let me just tell you. I have no idea. Basically we gotta fight our way through the character roster. In every couple fights you get a boss battle against a slightly harder non-playable fighter. It's one of those games. You know what I'm talking about. You just mash buttons until something happens and hope to the almighty father that you win. I eventually figured out that there's this kicking button and a punching button. But I think there's some sort of combo system here too, because every once in a while I manage to get lucky and do this weird spinning trick thing. Oh god, you're just gonna stand in his remains like that? I mean, it's a bit barbaric for sure, but what else can I say? No, really, what else can I say? I kind of forgot the script actually. What's up with these signs in the background anyways? Open wide for chunky? Censored? And don't even get me started on whatever this is supposed to be. This game feels like it was made by those kids from back in middle school that always wore the Cookie Monster hat and had an ankle bracelet at age 12. Every time you complete a boss fight, you get a colored belt like this is karate or something. The bosses are surprisingly not too hard. I managed to beat most of them in my first playthrough, except for this shape-shifting scorpion guy or whatever he's supposed to be. Like it matters. There's no rhyme or reason to anything that happens in this game. Sometimes there's 2 matches per fight, sometimes there's 4. Sometimes there's 3 fighters between boss fights, sometimes there's 2. And sometimes I want to cry myself to sleep at night, and sometimes I don't. Oh, whoops, slipped up there, lol. Also, I think this game operates on some sort of 3D plane, because sometimes the perspective just sort of shifts for some reason. Look how slow I'm moving here. Something tells me a boomer skipped FitnessGram pacer test date in elementary gym class. Yep. Yeah, this is some interesting fighting mechanics here. Yep. The controls are absolutely abysmal in this game. And control is the most important aspect of a fighting game. You know, it's kind of the whole point. A good chunk of the time you're just going to be fumbling around aimlessly until you actually manage to land a hit. Oh yeah, and then you have this fighter here they gave ball boobs to. Amazing. Oh my god! Oh yeah, and the worst part about all of this is that when you get a game over, you just get sent all the way back to the main menu to do it all again. I didn't make it to the Jester because I didn't feel like torturing myself, but apparently if you beat him, he grants you the wish to unlock all the bosses as playable characters. Thrilling. Can't wait to duke it out between Monkey Thing and Flamingo. If I had a wish, I just wish they never played this game last week. Just kidding, I'd probably just wish for like nationwide student debt erasure or something stupid like that. But hey, you know, bosses, it's cool too, yay! I think it's also noteworthy that there's a few differences between the Genesis and the Super Nintendo versions of this game. The biggest one is that the game's theme song in the Genesis version is actually toned down without the weird orgasm sounds. Check it out! Oi! 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 Also in the Super Nintendo version, the slogan is changed from "you gotta have balls" to "you gotta play balls." Guess they were really pushing for that family-friendly rating. You know, except they weren't. I mean, what else is there to even say about Ballz 3D? It's Ballz in 3D. I mean, it's not the worst thing out there, but as far as fighting games go, this one's pretty weak. The only positive I can really say is that it has pretty advanced graphics for the time, but even that's ruined by its uninspired art direction. It's just balls. It's fucking balls. There's only one punishment suitable for a game like this. Oh yeah, nice and good. Okay. There you go. I'll teach you to say bad words ever again. This is the wrong punishment, isn't it?